Everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Gail Kraft, and I'm the founder of Kraft Bravery and Your Business. And we are here today to talk about the power of forgiveness. Before we begin, though, I would like to say thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to be with me and hearing a little bit about my thoughts on what forgiveness is and how practicing this particular art can change and improve your life. So before we begin, I would like to take another moment, if you don't mind, to tell you just a little bit about myself and how I got here to discuss this particular topic. So the power of forgiveness stems from my curiosity into how language and the words we choose affects life. And in particular, it was affecting how it affected my life. There have been times where I noticed when I was younger that I could say something in a certain way and literally cause pain or cause joy in the person listening and receiving that communication. I also realized that when receiving words or communication from others, I could feel some sort of energy coming my way. And so I started to become a little bit curious as to exactly what is going on with this language thing and how to take this energy resulting from words and control that in a way that manifests what I'm looking for in my life. And so we want to be a little bit uplifting we think about. And so what we focus on expands, and this is something that is very important for you to understand, because this is the key to why forgiveness is important. So when we think about what we focus on or what you focus on expanding, think about this. Your thoughts create the words and the language that you use. So you speak your thoughts into existence. Those words that you use direct your actions or the actions of others, and your daily actions result in the sum total of what you call your life. So your thoughts direct your language directing your actions, which directs your life. Since you can choose your thoughts, you first should think about becoming aware of those thoughts on a moment-to-moment basis and decide whether the thought that you are having is going to lead to the language and action you actually want to create at the moment. Therefore, as simple as it might seem, the life you create depends on the thoughts that you choose. So if you're focusing on reliving anger, distrust, hurt, or injustices, those feelings stay alive on a moment-to-moment basis. And in that moment, you get stuck in that focus, and that focus is what is expanding. So your language and the words that you choose come from that anger that you're reliving, the distrust. Your language is coming from hurt or coming from injustices. And if you want to expand those things in your life, then by all means continue. But if you would prefer to change that, then what you need to focus on is forgiveness for yourself and for others. So it's really important before you move on to practicing forgiveness to understand what it is, at least for you. I'm going to share with you what forgiveness is for me. It starts in your heart with understanding, a whole lot of love, acceptance of the truth of the light, of consciousness, of grace, of God, of expansionness, whatever you wish to call it. And it's followed by healing actions. So understanding the greater existence beyond yourself from your heart. Any ongoing conflicts, such as arguments or refusal to communicate, need to be resolved if you want to connect with that all-powerful consciousness, universal energy, universal intelligence. Words of resolution should be communicated either in person, by phone, or by a nice letter. It should be heartfelt and not mechanical. It needs to be authentic. If you are in a situation where you're finding it difficult to forgive, then fake it until you actually can make it. So write down, I forgive this, or I forgive that. It's a start. It can lead to transformational experiences if it's repeated often enough, but the results will be slow until it's truly from your heart. The more you focus your intention on this healing action of forgiveness, the faster your pain and the chaos you cause and everything around you will dissipate. So think about that one case that you're struggling with for forgiveness. And as we go through various exercises during this presentation, take some time to try and practice writing a forgiveness note to that person, whether they're dead or alive, present or far. The act of writing a note of forgiveness and releasing them will bring you clarity, bring you peace, and bring you resolution. Forgiveness is completely letting go of the past, letting go of pain, letting go of anger, letting go of grief. Forgiveness is operating in the here and the now, with this event that you're hanging on to no longer exists. What are some of the benefits of forgiveness? Scientifically, it's proven that if you are able to truly get to a level of forgiveness, you'll discover a lower heart rate and blood pressure. You'll have relief from stress. Many experience a decrease in medication. You'll have improved sleep quality and decrease in fatigue. You'll discover a decrease in physical complaints such as aches and pains. You'll have an increase in just a sense of well-being and a decrease in depression symptoms. You'll strengthen your spirituality. You'll become much better at conflict management just naturally. You'll be living with improved relationships with everyone that you interact with. And you'll find an increase in purposefulness and altruistic behavior. So there are some side effects to the act of forgiveness. So let's start with one forgiveness exercise. So get your pen and paper out. Put me on pause if you need to in order to get yourself all settled in. We're going to go through a few exercises and you'll find the one that fits for you. Are you ready? In this case, let's make a list. This easy but intense exercise takes time, but it will release many old hurts from the past and be quite healing for you. It's based on a technique from Doreen Virtue's book, Chakra Clearing, Awakening Your Spiritual Power to Know and Heal. So make a list of every person who has ever hurt you throughout your life. Whether you're already forgiven them or not, make this list. Many times you'll find that some old lingering feelings are still there, even if you've already forgiven them. As you make this list of people who you have felt offended by in the past, put me on pause just for a bit. Have you finished your list? Great. Now you want to go through the list slowly. Focus on one name at a time. And as you focus on each person, try to visualize them. See them in your mind's eye. And tell them, mentally or verbally out loud if you feel comfortable, that you forgive them and you release them. Use your own words, or you may say something like, I forgive you, and their name, for whatever the transgression was. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you totally and completely. I release you, and I release me. We are both now free. So experiment with this technique, so that it works for you. But it's a way to go through past hurts and be sure that they're not affecting the words you choose today and the life that you live today. We spoke earlier about writing a letter. Writing a letter is somewhat similar to the forgiveness list that you just worked on, but it's with one person at a time. So instead of using forgiveness statements, you might write the person a letter and then burn it. Hold a little ritual, a little releasing via the flame of life. If you prefer to use your computer, then write it and delete it permanently. Though writing it by hand is much more therapeutic, it's kinesthetic, it has a more powerful effect, and burning it manifests that release for you. The person that you do forgive will never need to see the letter. It's meant for you to pour your heart out and forgive completely and totally. and then release so you can forgive. This is where you can get angry. You can air grievances. You can put it all out there in a safe way. And when you're done, in your very last paragraph of your letter, state your forgiveness and state your release of the person that you're writing to. Then ceremonially burn your letter, ensuring both that of you and the person that you're writing to have been set free. You have set both of you free. Visualization is an incredibly powerful way to set someone free. And in fact, that list that you made in exercise number 1, you can take that list of people and put them on the stage and release them all together if you wish. But for this exercise, you'll visualize the person that you wish to forgive. And just like the first exercise, you'll forgive them and release them either mentally or verbally. The difference here is that you will do it virtually with visualization. So imagine this person who has performed a transgression against you. Visualize them on a stage under a spotlight. Talk to them about the issues at hand, how you feel. And as you act or you perform the act of forgiveness, see the light on the stage change to a healing color, like pink or green or violet. Pink symbolizes unconditional love. Green is healing, and violet is for healing and transmutation. Whichever color fits this situation, whatever color works for you. Change the lights, maybe make them multicolor. Maybe the colors will change. They surround this person that you're forgiving with healing. The color that you choose for this person represents your forgiveness. Once you've completed the act of forgiveness, see them exit the stage. You have set them free because you've forgiven them. Another interesting exercise for forgiveness is using an empty chair. So take a chair, 2 chairs actually, you sit in one, and put the empty chair in front of you. And pretend that the person you are forgiving is sitting in that chair. And as in the other exercises, use this opportunity to say anything you want to this person. Get angry, cry, release all your emotions. Put it out on them. Get your frustration out there. And once you've finished, let them know that you forgive them and that you release them. You forgive them. While you're performing this conversation, you may want to burn some sage or incense after the exercise to clear the air and the energy in the room. Another variation of this exercise may be performed outside. You go someplace, to the beach, to a hilltop, where you are secluded and there's privacy, and just yell out loud. Imagine that person is with you and yell at them. Get it out. Because what you're holding in not only affects your communication and the way that you manifest your life today, it's affecting your health, it's affecting your balance, it's affecting your thought process, it's affecting your relationships. Get it out and forgive so you can take control of your life and you choose how to affect it. Self-compassion. How many of you feel comfortable just loving you? So honestly, in my life, due to my upbringing and my beliefs, I told myself that criticism helps keep me humble and keeps me as being a hard worker. So to be criticized or critique every act was supposed to be helpful. But as I've become more aware and observant in life, I've discovered that self-criticism almost always creates the opposite effect. I start to feel bad about myself. I start to lose confidence and belief in myself. As I focus on self-criticism, my thoughts expand and I generate more self-criticism. So I've learned to move away from self-criticism and move towards self-compassion. And there are 3 components of self-compassion. First is self-kindness. So learn to understand yourself. Rather than harshly judge yourself or being critical, get curious and ask questions. Be kind as though you were talking to yourself, your 3-year-old self, with care and with love. The second process towards self-compassion is humanity, common humanity, feeling connected with others, and just the common human struggles, feeling connected. Know that you're not alone, that mostly everybody has the same issues that they're dealing with in life. And it's a lesson process, it's a learning process. And third is to be mindful, holding on to your experiences in a balanced rather than ignoring the pain or exaggerating it. So holding on to your experiences out of love, out of learning, out of compassion, and out of understanding. So if you're feeling pain, you certainly don't want to ignore the fact that you're feeling pain, because it's true and it's real. But you want to release the pain, understand the source, forgive the source, and let it go. Not to exaggerate it, but just to understand it. and let it go. And another way for you to actually raise awareness in your own life is to learn how to ask empowering questions. So every morning, I now go through a list or a ritual of creating empowering questions for myself. So they start off with words such as how, what, or why. Each sentence is completely positive and moving toward what I want to achieve. And each sentence is anchored with imminentness. And what I mean by that is they're anchored with immediately happening now. So for example, how can I better practice forgiveness in a meaningful and healing manner right now? How can I continue to be even better at bringing the power of forgiveness into my life right now? What do I need to do today to improve my ability to reach toward the positive at every opportunity I encounter? So what are the components of these empowering questions? You've got your how and your what, right? You've got the immediate, right now statements. What do I need to do today? And there's a presupposition in these statements that assumes that I am already on this path successfully. So how can I better practice forgiveness in a meaningful and healing manner right now? So I'm already practicing forgiveness, you see. But how can I do it even better today, right now? How can I continue to be even better at bringing the power of forgiveness into my life right now? So how can I continue as a presupposition that it's happening, to be even better as a presupposition that I'm good at it? Right now, let's do it immediately, today. What do I need to do today, immediately, to improve my ability to reach towards the positive at every opportunity I encounter? So it's improving the ability, which has got a presupposition that I already have the ability to reach toward the positive at every opportunity I encounter. These are empowering questions for forgiveness. So forgiveness, along with empowering questions, is an act that you should practice every single day. And in this act and this practice, every single day, you become more balanced, you become more connected, you become more confident, you become more relaxed. All of the benefits that we talked about earlier start to manifest in your life. And you'll just have general improvement. You'll have a lower heart rate, better blood pressure. You'll have relief from stress. Those who are taking medication will see that you're decreasing the use. You'll sleep better, have more energy, fewer aches and pains. You won't be depressed anymore. You'll strengthen your spirituality. You'll be able to manage conflicts without even thinking about it. Your relationships with everybody, personal, professional, or yourself, will improve. And you'll increase in purposefulness. There'll become more meaning for your life. Forgiveness will set you free. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Gail Kraft, and I'm the founder of Kraft Bravery and Your Business. And today, you had just a taste of things that you would hear if you joined myself and some associates in our weekend retreat, A Brave New Life, this year. It'll be held the weekend of March 27th to the 29th. I hope you'll join us to experience a brave new life, to find other tools for practicing the power of forgiveness, increase your ability to ask empowering questions, and begin to take control of your life and where you want to go through the various tools and techniques made available to you at A Brave New Life Retreat, March 27th through 29th. For more information, please send me an email. I'd be glad to talk to you at Gail, Gail, at GailKraft, GailKraft.com. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day.